Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
3 minutes after 9.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. It is Thursday. It's Thursday, December 14, 2023. We are alive and well, and for that we give God thanks. Good morning to you. If you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7 and 90.9. Thank you so much for joining us on your radio. If you are on our YouTube channel, those listening and watching over there on YouTube, good morning to you. News commentator J.A., I see you. Zazzy Girl, hey. Errol Townsend, good morning to you as well. All of you over there on YouTube, morning to you. Remember, we are not on our regular channel this morning. We are on Nationwide 90 FM Live. And if you have not yet subscribed to that channel, the best way that I've found is to locate that channel is to put in the YouTube search bar Nationwide 90 FM Live. No space, no capital letters. So just type Nationwide 90 FM Live, no space, no capital letters, and the channel should come up. You should be able to see the live stream that is happening right now. And then when you click it, you should subscribe to that channel, click the notification bell so that you can be on that channel. And anytime we go live on this channel, you will see it. We will be back on our other channel pretty soon, but in the meantime, we're over here just for a little bit. So support this channel as well. It's our backup page, just in case anything happens to our other channel. We're over here as well. All right. So I'm being told that the other channel will be up in less than 20 minutes. All right. So our other channel should be up before the end of the day. So I guess we will jump over to that other channel whenever it is up and available to us once again. All right. We are outside. Oh, I didn't tell the folks on our app good morning. So if you're listening from our mobile app, available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store. Good morning to you. And if you are listening on our website, good morning to you as well. And before I go any further, I want to say happy birthday to Mr. Tings himself. Kareem Boyatings Weathers, today is his birthday. Happy birthday to you, Kareem. I hope you have a great day. I don't know, say excitement in the E-zone much later, but happy birthday to you, Kareem, and may God continue to bless you. All right. We are outside this morning once again, as if you're on our YouTube channel, you may be able to tell. We are at the Accountant General's Department. We're at their New Kingston office right here on Dominica Drive in New Kingston. And we're here for their Customer Appreciation Day. The celebration continues today, and the pensioners are out. Their Life Certificate Drive also continues today. I believe they will be in St. Thomas. So the celebration continues with the AGD, and of course later on at 10 o'clock you will hear much more about what was happening here today and hear from representatives from the AGD. All right. This morning, inside the Consumer Hour, we're taking your calls. So if you have any consumer-related matters, you can give us a call. The numbers to call, 876-630-9371-4 or 618-8255. If you are unable to call, you can leave your question, query, your issue in the YouTube chat, and we will try our best to get to it for you. We are live on YouTube once again on our backup channel that is Nationwide 90 FM Live. And if you are trying to find us and you can't find us, just type in the YouTube search bar, Nationwide 90 FM Live, no capital letters, no space, and the channel should come up. That's the best way I've done it, and it worked. It works all the time. So you can do it there. I'm seeing some messages in the YouTube chat. Big thanks to Nora, Michelle, and NCB, especially Maurice Dawson, for moving speedily to help me resolve my issue yesterday of updating my profile with the ID. The customer service was 5 out of 5. All right, so news commentator JA did send a message in the chat when we had inside NCB yesterday, and I'm happy to hear, news commentator JA, that your situation with your ID, updating your profile with your ID, has been sorted out, and you're reporting that the customer service was good. So happy to hear that. So shout outs to the team at NCB, and news commentator JA is singling out Maurice Dawson. I'm assuming that's the person who helped her with the process. So Maurice Dawson from NCB, big up yourself, and thank you for being a good customer care rep and ensuring that the customer service experience for news commentator JA was a 5 out of 5, as she is reporting. A. Stanley Richards is saying, hi Nora, happy that through your lobbying, the branch blocking the light on Camp Road is cut. Thanks be to God. A. Stanley Richards, you gave me the best news of the day. A. Stanley Richards on YouTube is telling me that the branch blocking the stoplight at where South Camp Road meets North Street is finally cut, which means that when I'm driving on that road, I will be able to see the stoplight from afar. Thank you to whoever cut that tree. I don't know if it was the NSWMA or whoever did it. Thank you so much. Boy, Mr. Richards on YouTube, you give me the best news from morning. The best news. Thank you so much for that. My God, it took us months, but we got there. We got there. Man. All right. So the numbers to call this morning if you have any consumer related matter, 876-630-93712 or 618-8255. And remember, if you are leaving your comments in the YouTube chat about things that need resolving, then if it's a general issue like a road or a street light that is down that you're reporting, remember, we need as much information as you can give us. So landmarks are very helpful. The numbers, pole numbers are very helpful as well. And if you're unable to see the pole number, then just give us as much information about the surroundings as much as possible, and we'll try our best to get that information to JPS. If it's about your road, remember, just give us as much information as you can. If it's about a broken water main or so forth, as much information as you can, especially if it is about a personal matter like your Digicel account, your Flow account, your NWC account, your JPS account at home, then it may be best for you to call, because we're going to need information from you that I'm sure you won't want to leave in the YouTube chat. So once again, the numbers are 876-630-93712, 618-8255. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will take your calls.
EdgeGame's annual yard sale is back. Get up to 50% off your purchases at our special events at an EdgeGame store near you. 24 Carifta Avenue, Kingston, November 23 to December 16th. 3.5 Caledonia Avenue, Manable, December 2. 9 Dome Street, Montego Bay, and 16 Renner Road, Ocho Rios, December 8 and 9. And December 16th in Fairfield, Montego Bay. Don't miss the EdgeGame sale event of the year with your paints at the lowest prices available. Follow EdgeGame Jamaica on Instagram and Facebook for full details. EdgeGame Paints, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
Do you or someone you know have a drug, drinking, or gambling problem? Mental health issues or COVID fatigue? Rise Life Management Services offers treatment, telephone counseling, and information 7 days a week from 8:30 a.m. to 12 midnight. Call us toll-free at 1-888-991-4146 and after 4:30 at 876-967-3779. All information will be treated confidentially. Rise, changing lives for the better.
Sharon, how are you?
I'm mad out. I don't have any money to buy Bobby the PS5 that he asked for Christmas.
Girl, don't make nobody hear you say that. When you can get 3 cans or bottles of Vitamalt and upload your receipt to www.vitalizeyourgameja.com and get a chance to win a PS5 or a Nintendo Switch.
Nothing can go, sir. Me I run go buy 3 and upload my receipt right now.
Yes, girly. Vitalize your game with Vitamalt.
Visit vitalizeyourgameja.com for more info.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
God bless you to get this a contract, but we need money to buy tools.
Woman, don't worry about that. From me finding about Total Tools, me realize it. Them rate everything. Chakama, chainsaw, backhoe, forklift, water pump, light tower, and so we can work night and day and get the job done fast.
Total Tools Rental. Rent tools. Big tools, small tools, long tools, short tools. Total Tools, Main Street, Ocherius and Slipe Road, Kingston. From a pin to an anchor. Call 876-908-0667 or 876-994-1653. Total Tools.
Jumpstart your fitness goals with Express Fitness. Sign up today and restart your fitness journey at an Express Fitness location near you. Enjoy safe, comfortable, and well-equipped gyms from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Call 554-5180 for a full listing of our open locations. Express Fitness. Express Fitness. Your goal. Our mission.
I say he that keepeth his mouth, you know, they shall belong.
Trust is the foundation of fun and frolic between couples. Whatever comes between you both must remain there. He must be a stand-up guy at all times and she must keep her lips sealed after the act. How do you expect a man to release his best if everybody at the salon hears about how much he enjoyed the food you served him? How can a woman worship her man when he's at the bar giving blow-by-blow commentary of the night before? A lot of couples have come to a crossroads in the relationship for fear of the world hearing how willing they are to please. Oh please. Join me, Rodney Campbell, every Tuesday from 9 to 10:30 p.m. for Affairs of the Heart, right here on Nationwide 90 FM. This Tuesday's topic: why the relationship not spicy and hot? Or because someone only walk then walk and chat?
Your mouth I go put you in a problem.
Brought to you by Supermed Pharmacy. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed. The Ministry of Health and Wellness. Healthy people, healthy environment. And Durex. Distributed by Massey Distribution Limited, Jamaica.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Nora Gay Banton, and we are live on location today at Dominica Drive in New Kingston at the Accountant General's Department, their New Kingston office. We're here for the Customer Appreciation Day. The pensioners are out, and if you remember yesterday, we were in the Cecil Charlton Hall, right behind or beside the Manchester Parish Library for their Customer Appreciation Day for Mandeville as well. And the seniors also getting their life certificates. The life certificate drive was in Manchester yesterday. I believe today they are in St. Thomas. And the seniors here in New Kingston are due to be, receiving some benefits here from the Accountant General's Department. And of course, later on, you will hear much more about that. In the meantime, we are still inside the Consumer Hour and we're taking your calls. The numbers to call 876-630-9371-4 or 618-8255. And before I go to the first caller on the line, JPS, I'm going to continue to remind you about Stanmore Estate, right above Lookout in Red Hills. The trees that are growing over the electrical wires, yeah, they're still there, still growing over. The trees, the growth of the trees continue, and they continue to go above the wires. It's now beyond a point where a regular person could go and cut it. It would now be up to you to get that fixed, because we wouldn't want anybody to just try and fix it themselves and we end up with someone being electrocuted or something worse. So JPS reminding you, Stanmore Estate, right above Lookout, Red Hills, the trees, they're growing above the electrical wires, and we're trying to get your attention to get these trees cut, and I'm imploring and asking the residents to ensure also that when, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when, because I believe JPS will fix this issue, but when they're cut, let's try not to allow the trees to go back above the wires or grow into the wires again. So when JPS fixes that issue, then residents ensure that the trees, or whoever is responsible for cutting the trees, I don't know exactly where they are in relation to your premises. So whoever is responsible, just ensure that the trees stay below the lines so that we don't end up with this problem again. But JPS, please, Stanmore Estate, right above Lookout in Red Hills. Yeah, man, the trees, they need fixed. They need to be cut and removed from the wire, because we know what this can cause. We know if it starts to get windy, yeah, man, problem. So let's fix that, JPS. All right, Mr. Coombs, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Coombs. Turn off your radio. I don't know if Mr. Coombs hearing me, you know. All right, let's go to Elena. Good morning, Elena.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Miss Elena. Good morning.
Good morning. It's sounding very low. I don't know.
Are you hearing me any better now?
Yes, a little.
All right,
Last week you had a caller. Where she had a case where a pensioner had died, and they were unable to find her book, the NIS book.
Yes.
I wanted to know if you got any response. And
no,
did you?
No,
I wanted to know because I have a similar case. Not really similar because I'm alive.
Oh, you lost your book?
Yes, I mistakenly destroyed the book. I tore it up thinking that it was an old book.
Oh.
And so I called them at the NIS office, and their response was that that money is gone. The leaves that were left in the book, they said I could not retrieve it, and it was from August. Let me tell you, August, September, October.
Wow. But you see, this is a specific challenge I'm having with it, because what if it was something different? What if someone's house was destroyed by a fire and the book was in it and the book got destroyed? It was no act of theirs.
Okay. They say that's the only time that I could get back that money.
If it was a fire?
Yes.
What about a flood?
No.
So you see where I'm going with it? You see where I'm going with it?
I see where you're going with it.
So because Michelle, I don't know if you could just shoot a quick text message to one of our friends at the NIS office just to ask them what obtains in situations like this, or I don't know if anybody could just jump on quickly. I don't know what their availability is like right now. But if somebody could just let us know what exactly happens, because it may not be that someone died. It may very well be like in your situation, you mistakenly destroyed the book, and it can happen. It can happen. And so what? You just have to forget your pension for all those months because you mistakenly destroyed the book? I don't know if I'm satisfied with that. So I'm going to try to see if we can get I'm not sure if we can get it before the end of the show, but
Yes, I would really, really love, because
so
I've been down there several
hold
times,
on.
and that's the story that I'm getting, that
Well,
that money is gone.
Michelle,
And what I'm thinking is, I don't understand, because in the system, it is there that those checks were never cashed.
Right. So my producer is telling me that she sent the information to the NIS and they had reached out to that person specifically to help them. So maybe if you leave your information with Michelle, maybe she can send your information to them as well, and somebody can reach out and assist you with your situation. Let's try that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So stay on the line and let's see if we can get some assistance for you, because I fail to believe that if anything can happen to your book, it can be a fire, it could have been destroyed in a flood, it could have been anything. It could have mistakenly fallen out of a taxi and you just can't locate it. Anything could have happened and you don't have your book with you right now. What? So it can't just be that you forget the pension for all of those months because you don't have your book. Let's find out from the NIS what happens in situations like this. All right, Richard. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Hold on, Richard. Hello, Richard. I'm not hearing you clearly. Not hearing you clearly at all. If you have the phone on speaker or you're using a headset, let's change that. Just put the phone directly to your ears and speak so that I can hear you clearly. Let's try again. Richard, good morning.
I did call JPS. I just suggested that get a due for them to come and fix the meter.
Richard, where are you? In a building somewhere where there's a lot of noise? Because it's difficult for me to hear you.
I'll call you back. We're trying to get some.
Yeah, because I'm not able to hear you in the noise that you're in. All right, so let's see if you can get. Did we get back to Mr. Coombs? He was the first caller, but I wasn't hearing him. The numbers to call 876-6309-371-4 or 618-8255. And if you are unable to give us a call, you can leave your question, query, whatever it is, in the YouTube chat, and we'll try to get to it for you. News commentator J.A. saying in the comments, these places aren't flexible and these elderly need their medication. News commentator J.A. also says, that's my issue. You call or visit these entities and they act like nothing can be done, but contact the radio or some other public place and suddenly there's a solution. And that's what I don't want us to resort to. I don't want it to be that people are visiting your offices, going through the procedures that you outline yourself, and nothing is done. And as soon as the issue is made public on the radio, you blast them on social media, automatically there is a solution. We can't have that. We cannot have that. All right? News commentator J.A. continuing. Oh, well, yeah. So she was saying a solution automatically appears when they call a radio station. So my producer, Michelle, is also informing me that we are now back on our other channel. So I'm assuming we are live on both right now. So if you go to Nationwide 90 FM, we should be there as well. We're not live. No. I saw Michelle saying that we were live there, but I'm not seeing us live on that channel. But Cleveland is the next caller. Cleveland, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cleveland.
Yes. You did read the NIS booklet.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It would be interesting to hear why they won't give the lady her money.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know of a gentleman who they stole his van, and his book was in the van. And him do all of what they said is to make a report to the police station and write something to the NIS and so on. And afterwards they tell him say him lose that money. I don't understand that.
I don't understand it either. And and someone, I believe it was William who called to say that it's not as easy to just present with someone else's pension book and collect it on their behalf.
Yeah.
It's not so easy to do. So I can't understand right now immediately why it would be that if someone loses their book for by whatever means, it is that they would have to call that a loss, because
I don't understand it, and I don't think that's fair at all. And the government needs to look into that one, because I'm wondering if she didn't even have couple pieces of the booklet to carry.
Well, I don't know, because maybe she was doing like some spring cleaning and she just packed everything in a garbage bag and threw it out, and then after she realized that it was actually her current book. And I'm saying anything can happen right from August. Anything can happen, as you said. Yeah, man, it can be stolen with something else. It could be a fire.
Because
it could be a flood.
All the leaves have to go back into the NIS, All the leaves that they tear out of the book have to go back to the NIS.
Exactly.
Place. You see?
So, Cleveland, I don't know.
No, sir, that's not right. That's not right at all. Yes, this gentleman lose a lot because they stole his van. Because they like him go to the NIS, go collect his money, have the book in his van. And somebody stole the van. And them do all of what them say him to do. And they end up that them say, no, he can't get the money. Him lose it. I don't think that's right.
Know. Still waiting to hear, though. Maybe, I don't know if they can provide an answer, or they're just going to fix the issues individually. I don't agree. All right, Cleveland,
okay,
take care. Yeah, man. We're going to take a break now. When we come back, we will continue taking your calls.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is...
It's 9:30.
Waiting on your receivables, waiting to purchase raw material to fulfill your next order, waiting to get paid for goods already sold, 60 days, 90 days, invoices way past due. What if you could be insured for up to 85% of your domestic and foreign receivables, so that if you don't get paid on time, your biggest priority, your business, will not have to wait? Trade credit insurance. Insurance worth having. Credit without waiting. Exim Bank. By helping businesses, we save lives and livelihood.
Mosquitoes can spread diseases such as dengue fever. Common symptoms of dengue include fever, severe headache, pain behind the eyes, muscle pain, joint pain, skin rash, nausea, and vomiting. If you feel you have dengue fever, visit your doctor or health center, rest, drink lots of fluids, use only paracetamol for pain. Do not take aspirin or other painkillers. Protect yourself from dengue and other mosquito-borne diseases. A message from the Ministry of Health.
Do you or someone you know have a drug, drinking, or gambling problem? Mental health issues or COVID fatigue? Rise Life Management Services offers treatment, telephone counseling, and information 7 days a week from 8:30 a.m. to 12 midnight. Call us toll-free at 1-888-991-4146 and after 4:30 at 876-967-3779. All information will be treated confidentially. Rise, changing lives for the better.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Noragay Banton. We are live on location at the Accountant General's Department office in New Kingston, Dominica Drive, 21, I believe. Is it 21? 21 Dominica Drive, right here in New Kingston. And we're here for the AGD's Customer Appreciation Day. And the seniors are here, the pensioners are here, and I believe they will be treated today. So much more about that later on at 10 o'clock. But in the meantime, we are still taking your calls. The numbers to call 876-630-9371 to 4 or 618-8255. Mr. Coombs, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Coombs.
Much more about that later on at 10 o'clock. But in the meantime, we are
Mr. Coombs, turn off your radio. Mr. Coombs, turn off your radio. Good morning, Mr. Coombs. Is he there or no? Well, I guess he's not there. Mr. Coombs, remember you have to turn off your radio and listen to the phone. A long time you call radio station, man, Mr. Coombs. We don't need to tell you that. Yes, Mr. Coombs, you don't know better than that, man, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. Coombs. Mr. Coombs, if you continue to listen to your radio, you're not going to hear me. It is going to be very delayed. I don't know. I don't think Mr. Coombs is hearing me, Michelle. Not sure what is happening there. But I don't believe we have to tell Mr. Coombs to turn off him radio. A long time Mr. Coombs I call radio station. That shouldn't be a problem. But Mr. Coombs, if you're hearing me, please, if we get back to you, you have to listen to the phone and not to the radio. Because you will hear a news commentator. That's not why. Because when we go to him, we hear the radio playing. So he's listening to the radio and not to me. All right, so Mr. Coombs, listen to me. All right, the numbers to call 876-630-9371 to 4 or 618-8255. If you're unable to call, we are live on YouTube, Nationwide 90 FM Live. Michelle was telling me that we are back on our other channel, but I am not seeing the live over there, Michelle. So if that's the case, let me know. But we are still live on Nationwide 90 FM Live or backup page. So you can go over there and find us on that channel for now. All right. If you have any consumer related matters, you can give us a call. SH saying Mr. Coombs. Where is it, Mr. Coombs? I really have no problem. I don't know why he's calling. I don't want to say that. He may very well have an issue. But I know for a fact that he's listening to the radio because we can hear the radio sorry, in the background when he is when we go to his line, we hear the radio. So that's definitely not the reason. Clash Camp asking if the main channel is still down, but well, right now I am not sure, Clash Camp, because my producer was telling me that the channel is up, but I'm not seeing the live there. But I'm sure before the end of the day we should be back on our main channel. So as soon as that is up and ready, I'm sure you will be notified, because of course, Clash Camp, you are subscribed to that channel and you have the notification bell on, so you will be notified when we are back up on that channel. All right, well, we're still inside the consumer hour. Once again, the numbers to call 630-9371 to 4. That's 876-630-9371 to 4. That's 9371 or 9372 or 9373 or 9374. Any of those four numbers you can get us on, or 618-8255. And if you are unable to call, you can leave your queries in the YouTube chat. Let's just take a quick break and come back with more of your calls.
Do you You or someone you know have a drug, drinking, or gambling problem? Mental health issues or COVID fatigue? Rise Life Management Services offers treatment, telephone counseling, and information 7 days a week from 8:30 a.m. to 12 midnight. Call us toll-free at 1-888-991-4146 and after 4:30 at 876-967-3779. All information will be treated confidentially. Rise, changing lives for the better.
Come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come on, let's go back in time.
This magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Come into the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Those oldies but goodies reminds me of
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. We're taking your calls this morning. The numbers to call 630-937-124 or 618-8255. Jason, good morning. Good morning, Jason.
I'm not sure if you're dealing with things outside of the pensioners today, but I have an issue with the bank. Can I go?
Go ahead.
Business. Nara. For months and weeks, persons cannot make any deposit at any of the machines. The satellite ones, those at the bank, everything is completely out. And you have to be driving around with your cash searching for somewhere to deposit, and there is none, and that I think is a security risk.
Right.
Whilst I understand those satellite areas, but when you go to the bank itself, none of the machines working, and it has been happening for weeks.
Is it that you're unable?
You're unable to make deposit.
Right. So I'm saying deposits, just deposit, or you're talking about the new banknotes?
Deposit on a whole. And then not taking it they're not entertaining in the bank, inside the branches.
You are unable to deposit your money. You have been
right, because the machines are not
every single machine you go to, you are unable to deposit.
For the last couple of weeks, from Monday, I've been running machines like crazy all over the corporate area, and everything is not taking no deposit.
And you go inside the bank?
No, I'm saying when you go into the bank, they are telling you to go and use the machine.
Yes, but the machine is not working, sir. So you need to stand your ground in the. No, but you need to stand your ground in the bank and ask to speak to a manager, because if the machines are not working, you cannot continue to drive around with your cash. Stand your ground in the bank and say to them, your machines are not working. Sir, you need to. We can't just say, oh, it's not working. What am I gonna do? You have to stand your ground. Ask to speak to a supervisor. Ask to speak to a manager.
Yeah.
So go and do that today.
Bring it to the wider public, you know?
Yeah, man, but go and do that today. Don't keep driving around with your cash and say the bank not taking it. The bank machine not working. The bank's machine is not working. And you've been around to several machines, they're not taking deposits. When you go inside the bank, let them know that the bank is their machines are not working.
Yeah.
And you need to make your deposit today.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
No problem. Good.
Patrick, good morning. Patrick, good morning. Is Patrick there? Good morning, Patrick. All right, I'm not hearing Patrick. Remember the numbers to call: 876-630-9371 to 618-8255. People, we have to remember, as consumers, as customers, we can't just be allowing people to just do what they will. If the bank has machines across the island, across the corporate area, and you're being told that a certain transaction, whatever that transaction is, it is to be done at a machine, and you go to several machines and it not doing the transaction, it makes no sense you sit and mope. Go into the bank, let them know that their machines are not working and you need to make your deposit now, today. It can be done in the bank because they used to do it. So let them know that the process in place is not working. And if you're not getting through at the teller, ask to speak to a manager, a supervisor. Elevate it until your issue is resolved. Don't just stand by. You will continue driving around with your cash, and God knows what will happen to you. Stand your ground. Be assertive. And I'm not encouraging you to go in anybody's establishment and behave bad. I'm not encouraging you to do that because I know how some of us can get. But I'm saying be respectful, be assertive, be respectful, be assertive, and explain yourself and ensure that you have done all you can to carry out whatever transaction or whatever it is that you need to do. And as long as those processes are not working, then you take the next step. Miss Avis, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we will take your call.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Manning's Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Manning's Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Manning's Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Manning's Hill Pharmacy is...
It's 9:46.
Yummy bulla full of flavor, pineapple, coconut and ginger. Hey, everybody love the yummy old time bulla. Ask them, tell them, all round good vibes, full enough style. The bulla well nice, new coconut flavor done right, just like old time. Yummy bulla with pear or bulla with cheese. No one but a pop mine. Yummy bulla full of flavor, pineapple, coconut and ginger. Everybody love the new coconut bulla. Ask them, all round good vibes. Yummy bulla, all round good vibes.
Everybody, let's go! Join Nationwide at 5 as they broadcast live from the tree lighting ceremony on Thursday, December 14 from 6 to 8 p.m. Under the distinguished patronage of His Worship, the Mayor of Kingston, Senator Delroy Williams, the KSAMC will host the City of Kingston's Christmas tree lighting ceremony on Thursday, December 14, 2023 inside St. William Grant Park, downtown Kingston. But wait, there's more! After the ceremony, enjoy a massive concert featuring performances by Ding Dong, AJ Brown, Pablo Pablo YG, Joan Flemings, Kukudu, 450, and a host of other artists. Hosted by Miss Kitty. That's a live broadcast during Nationwide at 5 on Thursday, December 14 at St. William Grant Park, downtown Kingston. Only on Nationwide at 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Norige Banton. We're taking your calls this morning. Remember the numbers to call: 876-630-9371-4 or 618-8255. Miss Avis, good morning. Hello, good morning.
I've been trying to get you from the long time. I can't get through to you at all.
Well, you get through now. Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. The first thing I want to talk to you about is water commission.
Mm-hmm.
For years now, they've been looking about. They send me some bill that I go to the OUR. I go to them and then I go to the OUR.
Mm-hmm.
They sending me a bill. No, ma'am. 1 month bill for $54,000. I get a bill since week for $40,000, miss. And I am a I have this marine water. I have about 12 drums that I set full and cover. What I use in the machine, and the only thing I use the water commission water for is to bathe and flush my toilet. Miss, I am a single person here for about 7 years now. And there is nothing I do, Miss Nora. There is nowhere I go that they listen to me, nobody.
So
I'm a station that can't move around. They come and they change the meter 3 times. So the meter not working. But I'm just not using the water more and so. And it's 54,000, 20,000, 12,000. It's no, I don't know what to do.
When you reported it to the OUR?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened?
Hello?
Yes, I'm asking if you reported it to the OUR.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and what did the OUR say?
They told me that I must pay $2,000 a month until they sort it out. But it's no long now, ma'am. It's getting worse. It was the first bill that I tried to query. It was 6,000. I don't quite remember. Don't hold me to it. That I tried to inquire about them, and they said they would sort it out. But they say in the meantime they sort it out. I'm to pay $2,000 a month.
Right.
I don't make that past year. I pay that every month.
When did you first report it to the OUR?
Hello?
Yes, I'm saying when did you first report it?
Yes,
When did you first report it to the OUR? When did they tell you to start paying $2,000?
3 years now.
So for 3 years the OUR is
Pardon me?
So has it been 3 years that the OUR has been investigating this?
I'm a soap patient, don't hold me to it, please, because my brain is damaged. But thank God, it's still working. But
right, so I'm saying, have you tried to follow up with the OUR?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are you told? And what are you told? What are you told?
They're looking after it, ma'am.
So continue paying the $2,000 then, Miss Avis. If the OUR is looking into it, don't pay. Yes, very. So what is the problem?
But I see the bill coming out for 40,000
Yeah, but
and 12,000.
yes, but you're not using $40,000 and $12,000 worth of water. So pay the money the OUR tell you to pay. They are investigating.
I I do that. But what I am
Yeah,
saying,
so what you worry your head for?
so me not to worry about that then.
No, what you worry, no worry yourself.
I
The
think
all
me
you
would have
are
to start out, Miss
the
Nora, that
all
me
you
can
are
save
tell
the
you to
right
do a
amount
thing,
of
so
money.
do it. No, sir, man. What before you started getting these high bills, what your bill usually come to?
My bill used to come to like 1,000. You know, a little over $1,000.
Okay. And the all you are till to pay $2,000 monthly, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so pay it then. You not use
Yeah,
12,000 and
I
40.
paid every
Very
month, but
good.
I get a
So
bill
stop
since
stress yourself. Stop
I get
stress
a bill
yourself.
since we hear from them for $40,000.
Stop stress yourself, Miss
And that
Avis. Not
will be
stress.
on my account, Miss Nora.
Yes,
Suppose my
but
children then come on the price to sell the land. Then I have to go pay how much
well,
$100,000 to water
that is
for my land.
when no, they're not gonna pay it, because you don't use it. Well, have you tried calling the National Water Commission? You visit their office and find out what the
About
issue is,
sometime last year, I go over there. I don't go back
and
over there.
and what they
I'm
tell
a
you.
stroke patient, you know. I'm not
I
everybody to.
understand. Are any of your children nearby? Who can assist you?
And each time I go into them, is a taxi me
Miss
have to take to
Avis.
go up a
Yes,
public service or
Miss Avis. Miss Avis, are you hearing me?
my
Miss
listen to you.
Avis. Miss Avis, are you
Yes,
hearing
ma'am.
me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm saying, are any of your children nearby?
No, ma'am. No, they're all married and gone, but some live in St.
None of
Catherine, some
them
live in
none of them don't live in Jamaica.
No, ma'am. All of them, not one that foreign that far from me. Me one live there.
No, but
I
I'm
have a son
saying,
who live in St. Catherine. Sometime
right.
him come and check me.
Right. Okay, good. Well, I think he can do something for his mother. One at a time, him can come and carry you up to the NWC. Take some time to carry you up to NWC to find out what is happening with your bills and why are they so high.
And I use the water. Me need to come on. I'm out right
Yes,
now
Miss
about 12
Avis.
drum me have there.
That's why I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you that you need to go and find out from the NWC what the issue is. Because the OUR's investigation is taking a while. And you are worried that the bill is piling up, and one day it may just fall on you that you need to pay it. So I'm saying, see if you can visit the NWC office and get to the bottom of the issue. Or call them.
Either inside or outside. I'm still sending this big bill to me. 40,000, 12,000.
All right, Miss Avis, see if you can get to the NWC, all right, and let them tell you what exactly the issue is, because you're not using that amount of water, and your bill don't usually come to so much. So what has changed? Let them tell you what happened, all right? I don't know if Miss Avis is hearing me, but that's where I'm going to have to leave it, because we have to make way now for Cliff Hughes Online. So that's where we're going to wrap it up. We are live on location at the AGD's New Kingston office, Dominica Drive. We're here for the Customer Appreciation Day. The celebration continues today. The pensioners are out, and of course you'll hear much more about that at 10 o'clock.
That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Everybody, let's go! Join Nationwide at 5 as they broadcast live from the tree lighting ceremony on Thursday, December 14 from 6 to 8 p.m. Under the distinguished patronage of His Worship the Mayor of Kingston, Senator Delroy Williams, the KSAMC will host the City of Kingston's Christmas tree lighting ceremony on Thursday, December 14, 2023 inside St. William Grant Park, downtown Kingston. But wait, there's more! After the ceremony, enjoy a massive concert featuring performances by Ding Dong, AJ Brown, Pablo YG, Joan Flemings, Kukudu, 450, and a host of other artists, hosted by Miss Kitty. That's a live broadcast during Nationwide at 5 on Thursday, December 14 at St. William Grant Park, downtown Kingston, only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. Wrap up the celebration! Join the sound off on Thursday, December 14 as they broadcast live from B-Mall Auto's 20th Anniversary and Customer Appreciation Day in Mandeville. Enjoy discounts, exciting giveaways, prizes and surprises across all 3 B-Mall locations in Kingston, Santa Cruz and Mandeville. This is a day that spotlights customers. The sound off will be on the ground, capturing the excitement and engaging with staff and customers of B-Mall Auto. That's a live broadcast during the sound off on Thursday, December 14, 2023 from 1 to 3 p.m. from B-Mall Auto's 20th Anniversary and Customer Appreciation Day, only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Double the joy, double the gratitude. Join Cliff Hughes online from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Wednesday, December 13 and Thursday, December 14 as we broadcast live from the Accountant General Department's Customer Appreciation Day. Experience the warmth of appreciation on Wednesday, December 13 at the Manchester Parish Library. Then turn up in your numbers for Day 2 on Thursday, December 14 at 21 Dominica Drive. Mark your calendars for double the joy and double the gratitude. That's a live broadcast during Cliff Hughes online from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Wednesday, December 13 and Thursday, December 14, only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Accountant General Department.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90 FM.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
10 o'clock.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firmly to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. Or find us on Facebook at Nationwide News Network and follow us on Twitter at Cliff Nationwide. You can also listen to Cliff Hughes Online live on the World Wide Web at nationwideradiojm.com or via the Nationwide 90 FM app on your mobile phone. Now, here's your host, Cliff Hughes.
Good morning, Let's get to work.
Cliff Says is brought to you by
Educom Credit Union, providing value through service.
Cliff says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Morning. Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday morning, 11 days before Christmas. And we are as busy as a bee. Yesterday we were in Mandeville at the Cecil Charlton Hall for day one of the Accountant General's Department Customer Appreciation Day. And today we are at their headquarters in New Kingston and Dominica Drive for day two, where the pensioners are being facilitated to certify and sign their life certificates, which are so crucial for pensioners. There are nearly 30,000 pensioners in the country. And at a time like Christmas, where people have so many things to do, it's very important. So we're here for day two of that. But also at this busy, very busy period, we're learning this morning that several automated teller machines by the commercial banks are not working. You heard a caller earlier today, and I'm getting the requests from people saying, Cliff, the situation is bad. I gather that in particular, VM machines, whether those machines are the ones inside their banking halls or facilities or not, the VM machines are just not working. We're trying to get a representative or two of the Bankers Association and some of the banks to find out what is happening. This couldn't have come at a worse time. We're now in the peak of the Christmas shopping period, where more and more people are using their cards. Yes, plastic, and they want to access their funds and to lodge their funds, because part of the problem they're having is that the card machines, the ATMs, are not accepting their deposits. One man called me less than 30 minutes ago, bitterly disappointed. He spent so much time, wasted time, trying to get a machine that is working and would take his deposit, a VM machine. So VM, we're trying to find out, yes, what is happening with your ATMs? What should your customers do? Yeah? And it's not unique to VM. Yeah? So we're going to have more on that in the program. There's another major thing going on in our neighborhood of the Caribbean. As we speak, in the capital of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Kingstown, as distinct from Kingston, the capital there, Kingstown. An effort is being facilitated by CELAC under the chairmanship of the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, to mediate or de-escalate the conflict looming now between our CARICOM neighbor, partner, Guyana, and Venezuela, led by President Nicolas Maduro. And we are seeing the pictures coming out of St. Vincent, yes, of the leaders being met on arrival at the airport in St. Vincent, yes, and the situation there is cautious optimism. That's what we're being told. Cautious optimism. It's not likely that the dispute, the territorial dispute over the Essequibo, will be resolved anytime soon. But having spoken with Prime Minister Gonzalez a couple evenings ago, what they're hoping for is that we can reduce the growing tensions, yeah, and the threat of war between Venezuela and Guyana. There was a forum last evening hosted by the University of the West Indies, and the Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs of Ghana, Mahaber Nandlal, participated, among others. And one of the points he made was Essequibo, the disputed territory, the territory that is being claimed by Venezuela, existed long before there was a Venezuela, according to Mr. Nandlal. Essequibo is about 61,600 square miles. Guyana itself is about 83,000 square miles. So Venezuela is now seeking almost 3/4 of Guyana. Yes, that is what Maduro is now demanding. Yeah? Well, the Guyanese have been employing a strategy of diplomacy. They're going to fight this diplomatically. And the Attorney General was speaking last evening at the forum put on by the Vice Chancellor of the University of the West Indies at Mona. The forum was held under the theme Guarding Sovereignty, and saw a panel to examine the political and legal issues surrounding the controversy. So far in St. Vincent, our word is President Maduro has arrived. So too President Irfan Ali of Ghana, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, and the Prime Minister of St. Vincent of Barbados, Mia Mottley. We will be watching to see if the UN Secretary General will be represented by Courtney Rattray, who is one of his key aides. Yeah? But Mr. Nandlal, yeah, made the point that, listen, what Venezuela is attempting to do is simply wrong. Yes? Here's what he said.
Historically, the Spanish never had a presence in Essequibo. The Dutch were the earliest settlers prior to the Amerindian people, of course. The Dutch were the first colonists of Essequibo. And the French had a fleeting presence. The Dutch had a more long-lasting presence, and they handed Essequibo to the British. Essequibo existed as Essequibo long before there was a Venezuela. Venezuela was part of a strip of land called Gran Colombia, stretching from Panama, Colombia, and to where Venezuela is, or part of where Venezuela is. Essequibo had already existed.
That is the Minister of Legal Affairs and Attorney General of Ghana, Mohaber Nanlal. Yes? He said the actions of Venezuela's President Maduro since the International Court of Justice's ruling reeks of desperation.
Venezuela has never been able to put forward a credible argument anywhere. They have never been able to put forward a credible, sensible case that any tribunal properly constituted. So when one is in that position and one is faced with the political situation that President Maduro is faced with, then one has to resort to the methods that we have seen. Bullyism, threat of force, threat of military action, some inexplicable things based upon reason and rationality. That is the kind of resort to which he has been pushed because he doesn't have legitimacy on his side.
Mohaber Nanlal, the Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs of Ghana, making the point that, and this is being widely suggested, that Maduro is really desperate. His political support at home has dwindled. He's facing a stronger opposition going into next year's presidential elections. And he's really clutching at straws, political straws, to shore up his support in Venezuela. Yeah? And I'm afraid it's going to end badly for him. But Ralph Gonzalez, at this moment, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, are trying to facilitate a dialogue between Venezuela and Guyana. Yes? We're watching that for you. We're going to take the break, and when we come back, the Jamaica Teaching Council bill after the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock.
Beneficiaries. The PATH payment cycle begins on December 13, 2023. Post offices and payment agencies will deliver payments based on last names up to December 22, 2023. Check the weekend star to find out when and where you should collect. If you miss your date, you must collect between December 27 and December 28, 2023. For more information, call PATH at 876-922-8007 or visit the ministry's website at www.mlss.gov.jm. PATH. Advancing your family. Developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Tell me where you get the money transfer. Alliance. Where you get the money transfer. Alliance. Where you get the money transfer.
Christmas a come, give her money a run. Ask your sender to select cash pickup and collect your MoneyGram money transfer of $150 or more until December 23 at any Alliance agent for a chance to be one of 14 winners of 100,000 Jamaican dollars from each parish.
Tell me where you get the money transfer.
Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Enough power tool, big to small. Jack and my figure dig the wall.
Up a Total Tools.
Weed whacker figure trim the lawn. We have everything a job demand.
Total Tools.
We rent them, sell them and fix them all. So give Total Tools a call. When they say home improvement, landscape construction, a Total Tools are your option. Home improvement, landscape construction, Total Tools are your option.
Total Tools located at 102 Main Street, Ocho Rios and 34 Slive Road, Kingston. Call or visit us today.
Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Back. Welcome back. Welcome back. The Observer leads with a story this morning headlined Draconian. St. Elizabeth Councillor against a near 1 month ban on entertainment events during Christmas period. And the Observer reports this morning there are split views from two councillors in the South Central Parish whose divisions are being affected by a near 1 month ban on entertainment events following recent crimes, including murder, with one representative saying the measure is draconian for the festive season. Quoting, "While we understand the rationale for it, it is a bit disappointing that this murder has led to such a draconian measure by the police," Councillor Everton Fisher for the PNP in the Balaclava division said on Wednesday. Fisher, a former mayor of Black River, was reacting to a letter sent by head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto, to the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation outlining that entertainment events are prohibited in Goshen, Balaclava, Oxford, Union, Content, and Elim. In light of the recent increase in murders in the division, list of police areas are banned from conducting or hosting public events such as dance, party, round robin, drink out, etc. However, Grand Market will be permitted on December 22 for Balaclava Town Centre. The letter dated December 12, 2023 stated that the ban will be reviewed on January 8, 2024. Councillor Fisher joins us now. Good morning, Councillor.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes. How are you? And to your listeners.
I am good. I trust I find you well.
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. So, why do you find this 1 month ban draconian?
Well, the truth is, as I said, I have to be on the side of law and order, and I understand the rationale at times why the police had to take such measures. However, going into the Yuletide season, Mr. Hughes, and many persons will understand that persons from all over the world, would pay their fare to come back home to have some festivity during the season. It's sort of disappointed for me. And, whilst I understand, as I said before, the whole method of crime fighting has to be very, strategic. I would hope that we probably could have looked at other measures that would, minimize those measures put in by the police. So this is not to say I am not on the side of the police somewhat, but it comes with a bit of disappointment because commerce will be affected. Balaclava, many persons will understand Balaclava has no real, social life. And the economic condition there is so bad because with the going out of the Appleton estate, it's very bad. And persons would have been prepared for dance, parties, round robin, all sorts of things. I know many persons have to be scurrying now to find alternative venue. So that is in the context in which I said, I think sometimes we react, and some of the measures that we react with, they are draconian.
But in this case, the police are not reacting. In this case, they're being proactive. Oftentimes, just a moment, oftentimes we accuse them of being reactive. Here is a police divisional leader who has looked at what is happening in his parish, in his division, and have said, listen, yes, people are going to be disappointed, but they're disappointed anyway because of the rate of criminality, not only in St. Elizabeth, but in several other parts of the country where we're now having states of emergency. We're having curfews in many areas. I can't understand why you take issue with what they have done. They are
Mr.
being
Hughes,
proactive,
the
Council
truth is,
Fisher.
if
Yes, sir.
you if,
Yes,
if
sir.
you if I'm quoted correctly, I did not take an
Yes.
issue. I said I am on the side of the police, and I understand. So I think probably persons would have taken it out of context. However,
But you
I
said
said
draconian. The word
yes, right.
draconian. Did you use that word?
Yes, I said so. I mean, because the measures to
Yes.
me, the measures put
They're not
into me,
draconian.
well, I if draconian is not the word that you want to listen it by saying to me they are too harsh, because when you look at it, Mr. Hughes,
It is. Yeah.
you're reacting to yes, a murder, right? And whilst, as I said, as a responsible counselor, I am on the side of law and order, and as a justice of the peace,
Mm-hmm.
I'm too would want the peace in the era. But
Yes.
there are times to put a ban on all these things until the 8th of January. For me, probably better consultation would have, we could sit down together and look at some of what, we want to come up with.
But councillor, but
Yes,
coun- but councillor, we
yes,
know
Mr. Hughes.
that now is a period when there's heightened public activity.
Yes.
And the parties, the dances, the round robins, yeah, provide a space for those who are wanting to settle grudges, wanting to commit crimes, pounce upon. We have examples of that all over the country. Yeah?
Yes,
Parties,
Mr.
we
Hughes.
know people turn up and kill people, look for people, not only to kill but to rob. And I think as a journalist who has been at this, we have often said to the police as a criticism, you are far too reactive. Here is a case of a police divisional commander saying, listen, he has done the risk assessment and said, listen, let's not have the parties and the round robins this year time here. For 4 weeks, 3
Well,
weeks.
Mr. Hughes, as I said, I've been a counselor now for 17 years, and I've seen measures. We have taken measures before, and let me be on record to state on your program that my support for Mr. Minto has been expressed here and elsewhere. I think he's trying his best to do a wonderful job to the parish. I still want to maintain, though, looking at the situation, that because there was a murder in Union, we could have sit as responsible leaders and look at the thing. I'm not saying that you want to second guess the command or the police, but I believe crime fighting also has to be done in where citizens can be able to participate and consult with police, because the citizens themselves are the ones who are going to help the police solve these things. And I'm saying,
Yeah.
without a shadow of a doubt, that sometimes when these things happen and we put in these measures, if we take a more consultative approach, probably we'll come up with a better result. So I'm not here to.
But I know. But
go ahead, Mr. Hughes.
I noticed, Mr. Fisher, that the minority leader in the corporation, yes, your own comrade, Councillor Donovan Pagan, said he supports the police's decision. The Observer quotes him as saying, having 6 murders within 48 hours is cause for concern, and one has to look deeply into this situation and what corrective measures the police have taken. One has to back the police on this one. Although I know it is the festive season and people have already gone ahead and planned to keep their cookout and various dances, it is so unfortunate that the police have to do what they did. One has to understand the police position. We don't want any occurrence of this murder, recurrence of this murder situation. This thing has to stop. And our area, my division, is normally a very peaceful division, he said, while adding that areas have been like a ghost town in the evenings. So already, without the curtailing of the activities, people are behaving accordingly. They now have no fun. They can't have no fun when they know so the place hot. Them already take to themselves.
Mr. Hughes,
Yes.
the minority leader is
Yes.
entitled to his own position. I am entitled to mine, and as I said before, this is no way, if I use the word draconian, this is no way to suggest that I am against what the police has implemented, but I also reserve the right as a leader to say sometimes we can sit and we can consult, because crime fighting in my
What
mind,
would you have suggested? What would you have suggested as another
we
option?
could have had a community consultation. We could have, you don't know. Suppose by doing a consultation, we could probably solve some of what has taken place. I don't know, Mr. Hughes. I am just saying, we react
Well, that is a
many
point.
times. Media,
Superintendent
everybody
Minto
reacts
is
to
in
a
a
situation
position.
because a murder took place, right? I am just still saying that while
It's more than a murder, though.
no, a murder, some murders, Mr. Hughes. I am still saying, as I am heading to general meeting now, and I will say it as I always say. Sometimes there are different methods had to be put in place or have to be put in place to resolve crime. We don't always react to a situation this way, right? Consultation for me is always my method. And I believe sometimes, to be honest, the in another interview, I said the police, since they are working very hard with limited resources. So I understand they themselves are faced with a situation. You're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't. But the truth is, we all have to sometimes sit at the table and look at meaningful strategies of how we can resolve this monster of crime.